Okay, ladies and gents, welcome back to another Maestro Game production, and as you can see, we're going for a little bit of a change of pace. We are already in the Etihad Stadium for today's game against Manchester City, because as you all know, we didn't have any games between last episode and this one. So we are going to head on over to our box area, which is just down here. Head past these gentlemen, and it looks like we have a police escort. But I will wait here for the players to come out. I will meet you when they come out in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, the players are finally out, and we have Ederson versus Butland in goal. We have Laporte versus Reinwald on left defence. Stone versus Katic. Varane versus Pavlovic. We then have Aarons versus Vigare at right back. We then have Kovacic and Silva versus Dragomir and Palacios. We have Sterling versus Diabate, Kevin De Bruyne versus Gaetano, Jesus versus Bowen, and Milik versus Brewster. Of course, these players aren't all going to be going head to head. Them on the right are going to be playing them on the left. But for comparison, that's their team to ours, both going for a nice 4-2-3-1. Our bench consists of Bettinelli, Burke, Guimarães, Pearson, Mahi, Area and El Zabi, although I'm pretty sure that's missing off the bottom of the J. Yes, it's Ageria, not area, but it does look like area when you read it on the bottom. Anyways, Carlos thinks we should remind the team there is no pressure on them, so let's do just that. We're going to assertively, no, we don't want perform. We're huge underdogs, so no pressure on you to succeed. Go out there and show everyone what you've got. And that has relaxed a lot of players. Hopefully it's not relaxed them too much, but hopefully enough so the pressure doesn't get to them. But Kevin Lake of Football 365, the devious fellow, who we have a great respect for, has a few questions. So, doesn't coming into a game such as this one on the back of facing opponents like Dilla make your job easier? No, not really, because they're not of the same quality. I think we're able to prepare for this one. I think we are a little lucky that the fixture list was kind in balancing. Kind of, right? Considering we have this away game and then we play Dilla again away, probably not so easy on the fixtures, but we shall pretend. We shall con the media into thinking we think it's easy. Even though we've got to go to Georgia once we've played this game. And it's a midweek game, I believe. I know I said mid-season for some strange reason. Bernardo, second chance, and it goes flying over. We've survived at least 10 minutes. That is a good sign. Now we just have 80 more to go. 75 more to go. But it is Kevin De Bruyne. Tries the ball over the top. Sterling has it on this left-hand side. Right-hand side for us, of course. Takes a shot. Side netting. Not too bad. Great pressure from Vigare. Without the pressure, he might have scored. But lucky for us, we have a decent right back. But they've got a free kick, which is in a dangerous position, especially with Kevin De Bruyne taking this. Which does remind me, I did remember to update the kick takers. Some of them are going to be very similar. Guimarães, when he's playing, will be definitely taking free kicks when they're deep. But for the most part, there is some change up in the kick takers. I can't remember if Gaetano is still on corners or not. I think he's taking them on one side with Bowen on the other side. But we will find that out when we have a corner, I guess. But it seems to be all Man City in this first half. So as happy as I am with the draw, it is tempting to demand a little bit more. We shall have a little look in a sec. Oh my god, Bowen. Of all the people, Jared Bowen nearly passed them it for a goal. But Gaetano plays it into Palacios. We finally got an attack on the go. Bowen coming down this right-hand side. Which one across? Brewster. Brewster. I know they got a block on it from Varane, but not the greatest of shots. Gaetano whips it in near post. Varane heads it away, but Bernardo to Sterling, Vigare, and that is a dead highlight. At least we're putting some pressure on them. Bowen tries one over the top. It's headed away only as far as Dragomir, though. Dragomir plays it to Brewster. Brewster holds the ball up. He has plenty of support. Plays it to Vigare. Vigare inside to Bowen. Jared. You had space, you had time, you had an open goal, pretty much. But Milik 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, nice save by Butland, and it is cleared by Pavlovic. 3 of our defenders are now on yellow cards, that is worrying, and Bernardo scoring from the back post is also very worrying. That is his 6th goal of the season, assisted by Kevin De Bruyne. Not a good little bit of possession there. That means Manchester City 1, Hull City 0. They've had 13 shots, we've had 5. 5 on target, they've had 1. 5 fouls to our 11 fouls. 0 yellow cards, 4 yellow cards, 44% possession to 56%. No other games are currently going on. Their best performance has been Silva with a 7.2 and 1 goal. For us is Jack Butland with 4 shots saved and 7.8 as a result. Struggling to perform is Jesus, otherwise known as Jesus. 5 mistakes and a 6.4 as a result. Palacios with a 6.3, but no reason because. Carlos thinks, Carlos, I kind of want to be sympathetic, but you're a big softy, Carlos. I'm not a big softy. I expect to see a much better showing in the second half. I don't care that it's Manchester City. I expect more from you. But it looks like I'm not getting more. If anything, Manchester City might be getting more, because they are on the attack. Katic, nice header away. Diabate, not so nice. Milik, Well, I guess we better go on the front foot, because we are 2-0 down. And what's the worst that could happen? So, Gaetano, he's been struggling. So we're going to push him up. We'll bring on Elzeby to go alongside Brewster. Now, what do you want to be? You want to be an advanced... you want to be an advanced too, great. So we will make you a complete forward. And we shall... Who else shall we switch out? So Palacios is struggling. So is Dragomir, though, unfortunately. So Pearson can come on for Palacios. We have a lot of yellow cards going on. I'm going to keep that last substitute because I'm very worried that one of those players are going to get sent off. And I would like to bring in a defender if it's one of the defenders. So we shall hold on to one substitute. And we shall also ask for the players to do a little bit more. Even though they're apprehensive, anxious, pressured and furious. Rooster is furious. I don't know why, because we're expecting him to do more when we're losing 2-0. I don't care which team you're playing against. I don't think a loss is something you should be happy to take. Vigare cuts inside, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and it's saved. Not the play we needed in that position. Diabate has collected it though. Reinwald and dead highlight once more. But it is back with Butland to Pavlovic. Pavlovic plays it over to Bowen. Bowen on the halfway line. Across to Dragomir. Tries one over the top. Gives it away to Stones. Sterling now on the counter-attack. He's walked through our defence. Played it to Kevin De Bruyne. And Butland has just pushed it to Milik. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. I guess the best course of action at this point is protecting players. So, Jared Bowen's on a yellow card. His fitness is in the worst state. So, no, we won't bring on Mahi. We'll go back to our original formation. We shall then drop you there. You go lone striker. And Ijaria can come in to central attacking mid. This is where one of the defenders now gets sent off, and I am really angry. But doesn't look like we're getting much from this game anyways, so just refrain from getting sent off, please. The 4 people still on yellow cards. It does look like we are going to get, I think it's £25,000 fine. But it is Manchester City 3, Hull City 0. 31 shots to our 9, 15 on target to our 4, 7 fouls to our 21. We had nearly as many fouls as they had shots. That's impressive. 0 yellow cards to 5 yellow cards, 49% possession to 51. Surprisingly, we had slightly more possession. Didn't do a whole lot with it though. Milik had 2 goals and a 9.3 rating. Jack Butland got a 9 rating, even though he saved 12 shots and conceded 3. But still managed a 9. That's pretty impressive. Sane struggled for them with a 6.6 and a 0% crossing completion ratio. Struggling for us was, of course, Palacios with a 6.3. Not going to go through the milestones, but feel free if you are interested. Carlos Sphinx, tell the boys they did well. I'm not quite sure about that one. We lost 3-0. Some players had an okay performance, I guess, but... Nah, just one of those days. I'll sit on the fence. I shall do a Jeremy Corbyn. Now, we know it didn't work for Jeremy Corbyn, but sitting on the fence, it may work for me. Possibly, with the team. But I will see you fine folks when we head to Dilla in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, I did say we was going to come back for the Dilla game, but before we do that, we do have a Carabao Cup third round draw to do. So we're going to head over and do the draw for the Carabao Cup. So the first team out of the hat is us. Okay, Hull City will play at home to Newcastle United. Now let's have a little quick who the others are going to be. So we've got Villa against Brighton, Manchester City got Reading, Bristol City versus Preston, Chelsea versus Arsenal, that's a nice little tie, Manchester United West Ham, Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Fulham, Oldham gets Norwich. That's not bad for them in terms of a little bit of money for a big home tie. Tottenham versus Southampton, Burnley versus Liverpool. We have Sheffield United, Shrewsbury, Watford versus MK Dons, Leeds United versus Cardiff, Brentford versus Oxford, Huddersfield versus Everton, and of course we have Peterborough versus QPR, but who will be the home team? It will be Peterborough. So Peterborough, they should get a few fans with QPR's travelling support, surely. But, of course, the big game, the first game. Hull versus Newcastle United on Wednesday the 22nd of September. But we are now going to finally head to Dilla, so I'll meet you in Georgia in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, as you can see, we're surprisingly at a neutral venue. I believe the Mikhail Mesky Stadium is actually the Georgian, I'm assuming it's their main stadium, because it's definitely not the home of Dilla. Dilla's home is much more difficult to pronounce, but sticking with the unconventional, I'm currently in with a crowd, and this is where I'm going to manage from for today's game. So without further ado, let's get the players out and let's enjoy today's match. Okay, ladies and gents, after having a disappointing draw against Dilla in the last episode, we're going a bit stronger today. We're going pretty much with the starting lineup. So we have Butland in goal, we have Reinweld at left back, Katic Pavlovic in central defence, Vigare on the right hand side, Dragomir and Palacios stay in central midfield, Gaetano in central attacking midfield, Diabate on the left and Brewster up front. The only change to the starting lineup is Bowen, giving him a little bit of a rest. Come back from a knock, he wasn't fully fit for the Manchester City game. Don't want to risk him in this one, so Mahi comes on the right hand side. We then have a bench consisting of Bettinelli, Kiko, Guimarães, Pearson and Al-Zabi, or Al-Zabi, however you want to pronounce it. They're going for the good old 4-4-2 again. As I noticed, Carlos thinks we should tell the team there is no uncertain terms that they must show improvement. Indeed. No uncertain terms. So I expect to see a much better performance from you tonight. And that has motivated the guys. Good. We can now see them walk out into this lovely Georgian stadium. The architecture doesn't look very Georgian to me, but how am I to question Georgian architecture? But we are 15 minutes in and we don't have a goal. Almost 20 minutes in. I'm going to demand more. Lads, we should be winning by now. And I'm guessing that's the rain I can hear. I apologise if it's a little loud on the microphone, because after all I can hear it and I've got earphones in. But it looks like we're going to... Ooh. Can we make it 1-0 going into half time? That would be useful. Palacios playing it to Vigare. Vigare back to Pavlovic. Pavlovic plays it up to Dragomir. Dragomir tries one over the top. Brewster. Come on, Brewster. You've got to score this. Surely, Brewster. Oh, Brewster. I can't even pronounce the goalkeeper's name and you can't get it past him. That's disappointing. But Dragomir to take the corner. Whips one in. Mahi can't get onto it. Pavlovic has it though. Edge of the box. Plays it to Diabate. Diabate into Dragomir. Oh, come on, Dragomir. I expect better. I expect better. Speaking of Pavlovic, Serbia's manager doesn't seem happy enough to put him in the team. But it is 0-0 here at Dilla. They've had 3 shots, we've had 11. 1 on target, we've had 3. 1 total fouls to our 6, sorry. 0 yellow cards to our 2 yellow cards. 35% possession to our 65. Vigare has been our best performer with 95% passing completion ratio and a 6.8. For them is Mektiskulava? Mektiskulava. Yes, that's what we're going with a 6.8. Struggling to perform is Garozina for them with a 6.4, and for us it is Gaetano with a 6.5. Not going to go through the scores because there is quite a lot of games in the qualifying element of this competition. Carlos thinks we should tell the team it was disappointing. It was very disappointing. I'm far from pleased with what I saw, lads. You're as bad as the second team. Dragomir whips one in. Katic to Palacios. Oh, Palacios. That was not a shot of a central midfielder. You look like a centre-back. But we are going to tell the lads to get their passion fruit out. Hopefully they don't take that too literally. Otherwise we may have some players getting sent off. I'm pretty sure indecent exposure might be a reason to be sent off. But we have Mahi who's struggling. Brewster is struggling. Dragomir yet again is struggling. I'm not sure what's up with Dragomir these past couple of games, but he is having a rough one. So what are we going to do here, lads? I think we swap our striker out. We're going to even, you can be a complete forward. We have trust in you. Gaetano, swap to being a shadow. I trust you to be a shadow against a team like this. We can then bring Pearson on. Which of you do I want to sacrifice? Pearson, you can go there. Palacios, what else can you do? You're really just a playmaker, aren't you? Not very useful, my friend. I guess Pearson can be just a simple central midfielder. Hopefully that will pan out. We're going to demand more. As we have a corner with Gaetano this time. Gaetano whips it in, and it is headed back to him. Will he get a cross in? He whips one across, and Pearson, what was that? That was nasty. That was nasty, it was scrappy, but unfortunately not a goal. Diabate whips one in from the other side, and it's straight out. Not good, Diabate. Not good at all. Pearson with the only effort, which has been looking rather good. Unfortunately, didn't go in. Just ping-ponged about. But Butland collects the header. Plays it out to Katic. Katic to Reinwald. Reinwald coming down this left-hand side. Got plenty of space to do so. He's pressured and plays it across to Diabate. Diabate on the halfway line. He's coming down this central part of the field. Out wide to Mahi. Will Mahi whip in across or will he go alone? No, he plays it to Palacios. Oh my god, Palacios. Palacios with his first goal of the season from what I can only assume is about 35 yards out. Possibly. No. Yeah, we're going with 30 yards. I'll go with 30 yards out. What a screamer. Smashes it into the top corner. And that is an impressive way to win the game. Because I don't see Dilla scoring, quite frankly. And they have 4 minutes to do so. But Dilla is on the attack here, and Butland collects it. That is good news for us. And we are holding out. We have held out, folks. So it is the Screamer from Palacios, which gets us our win today. So Hull City 1, Dillagori 0. Sorry, I don't know why I'm giving them a goal. I'm giving them one just out of pity. But they've had 5 shots, we've had 23. 3 on target, we've had 6. 4 total fouls to our 10. 0 yellow cards to our 2. 32% possession to our 68. Their best performance was their goalkeeper, Chokchi Savili. Chokchi Savili, yeah, we'll go with that one. 6 shots saved and a 6.8 rating as a result. For us, of course, was Palacios with that screamer. 1 goal and an 8.3 rating as a result. Their struggling to perform was Kekitadze with a 6.3 and Dragomir for us with a 6.5. Palacios scored his first career goal for us. And what a fashion to do it in. He has now put us through to the group stage of the Euro Cup. And we shall do the draw for that straight after this. So Carlos thinks we should tell... No. Apparently he has nothing particular to tell them. You know what? It was a let-off. I kind of want to thank them for getting us through to the group stage, but it was a bit of a let-off. I've got to let the lads know it was a let-off. So we are through. Reportedly a maximum bonus pot of around 250 grand. Okay. Palacios shines as whole win. Someone was spotted. He's looking at the progress of Diabate for the Mali squad. Moha absent from training. He then also got fined for being absent from training and was happy about it. Okay. Weird player. Then again, he is on 50 grand a week. So, yeah. Apparently, because he's not registered, he feels it's okay to go unabscond. I believe Freeman did that the other week, which is rather alarming. But then, at the same time, they moan if I try and send them out on loan. So, don't know what they exactly expect from me. I don't want to play them, and they don't want to go out on loan. So, pick your poison, lads. Pick your poison. You can either stick around and not play, or you can go out on loan. It's really simple. But for some reason, we've not had the draw. Have we not? It says we should have had the draw. That has me kind of confused. Because this says we're now playing, unless it's later in the day. Because as you can see over here, Friday, Euro Cup draw. But it looks like we may not be getting that. I will advance as far as the West Ham game, and if we don't have it by then, I will update you in, I guess, the next episode of when the draw shall be taking place. But this is kind of weird. Registration is over on the 1st, so I don't know, maybe it's been pushed all the way to when registration is. But do we want any of these? I guess we'll scout him a little bit further. We'll acknowledge that, we'll acknowledge that. We shall scout you a bit further, get analytics on you, acknowledge, acknowledge, and continue. Continue once more. Again, we would like an update on the European competition, please. Because we would like to know who we're going to be playing. It's pretty simple, really, game. We would like to know who we are going to play. But no, we have advanced as far as the West Ham game. So I will see you fine folks in the next episode, where I'll hopefully be able to update you on what is happening with the Euro Cup. So let's just have a quick look. Rules, Euro Cup, group stage, starts the 16th. Not sure quite what's going on with that. Wait, it says it starts 8th. I'm so confused. My brain has been fried, folks. But I will see you in the next episode. Again, I have no idea what fixtures it's going to be, because it's going to really depend on when the Euro Cup falls. I'd like to get in a nice away leg. Maybe it'll be around here, maybe West Brom and a Euro Cup game. I also want to get Newcastle in, so it's going to be a surprise where we go the next episode. I hope you enjoyed today, though. I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and goodbye.